Okay, B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh v'Natziach, Shana Tova. We're at the deadline. Just 3 more days till Yom Kippur. And we're just doing the Chachmat Adam because we want to bring out the idea that Yom Kippur, there's a lot to ask God for forgiveness for. The Chai Adam brings with the Rambam really says here, is the MIDOT Ra'ot. So I want to quote you the Rambam here. The Rambam is in chapter 7, Hilchot Teshubah, Gimel. The Rambam says a person shouldn't be mistaken and think that Teshubah is only for actions, like somebody committed adultery, somebody went and did zenut, or somebody stole, or held up people, embezzled money. The Rambam says no. The same way you have to audit, right? We have to self-audit ourselves. And if we stole or chas v'shalom did actions that are inappropriate, teshuvah, we also have to do teshuvah for our bad characteristics, the Rambam says. For example, what? The Rambam says so eloquently here. It's machzemun hagecharabe. If, like my Rebbe, Reb Tzvi Berkowitz Shlita, he says the biggest teshuvah is if our value system is messed up. If our God is money and we're willing to cheat and break Shabbat and be unethical and have no integrity for money. So the Rambam says the ultimate teshuvah is teshuvah of midot and bad value system. Thinking, every choice we make in life is based on our value system. If Torah is valuable for us, then I'm just shocked. My brother has a friend, Michael Motamedi. He's one of the owners of Picoglad, and I'm so proud that he's such a tremendous Talmid Chacham. We've been, it doesn't matter. My Rosh Yeshiva, Rav Weinberg, always used to say, he says it doesn't matter if you're a diamond dealer or a car mechanic. Everybody has to be a Talmid Chacham. Everybody's goal should be a Talmid Chacham. Doesn't matter if you're a rabbi or not. And this is what the Rambam is saying. Teshuvah is what is important in my life. Do I have my priorities mixed up? Is my priority only money, money, money? No money, no honey? So the Rambam says here very beautifully, like if a person gets angry, if a person hates other people, sinat chinam, if a person is jealous, if a person is always kinebedel, always harboring hatred towards people and can't forgive people, if a person is always running after money, is always running after honor. See, Chacham Ben Sion Abba Shaul actually says something very fascinating regarding this. He says, the Yetzer Hara always gets more sophisticated as you get older. Yes, a big Talmid Chacham is not going to have a Yetzer Hara to go, God forbid, be with a prostitute. But his Yetzer Hara is going to be for kavod. Oh, people are not respecting me enough, right? Somebody that's young is going to have a tremendous test. Every aspect and era of our life, when we're young, we have different tests, right? We have to get married early, so that we don't go after avera and zenut and sexual sin. But the Rambam here says also it's a asur to run after, everybody has to respect me, redifat kavod, and redifat ha'ma'acholot, everybody that wants to. Who was the ben sorer u'mo'rer? He was somebody that was after good food. He says somebody that always is running after every night, I need to have sharab and kebab, right? And I have to eat so much. Some people eat so much that their stomach monfajer mishe explodes. That's also avera. You have to do tshuva for that also. And mina kosari. So he says any bad midah that we have, the Rambam says you have to do teshubah. So all those people that think ignorance is bliss and they're tzaddik and they're the perfect angel, I don't know. Rav Yisrael Salanter said that it's harder to change one bad midah than to learn all of Shas. It's easier to learn all of Shas than to change one if a person is angry, if a person is impatient. And really that's why the main prayer the Ben Ish Chai brings, it's so important because the Sidur on Rosh Hashanah and Kippur is so thick, and a lot of us are infected. I don't want to make fun of anybody, but it's society as a whole doesn't have any more patience. It's like ADHD on a whole. People. So it said the most meaningful part of our prayer on Yom Kippur is the Yag Midot, right? Hashem, Hashem, Kel, Rachum, V'Chanun. And all of those are Midot. Mahu Afata. It says Ze Eli Ve'anvehu. Ani Vehu. You can have 1 trillion mitzvahs in your bag. But if you act like a pig, it's worthless. We have to make our characteristics, our personality, like the personality of God. Just like as Hashem is Rachum, it has mercy, you have to have mercy. Just like Hashem is gracious, Chanun, He gives us so much blessing even we don't deserve it. So if your neighbor, your brother, your cousin doesn't deserve, you still help him. You have to be Erech Hapayim. If somebody is always exploding and getting angry, and Chas v'Shalom, somebody that gets angry in the shul is even worse, because it's the kavod of Shekhinah. We can't raise our voice. So that's really what the Chaya Adam says, that, letzanut. A lot of problem in our society. We're living in a society that it makes me cringe. They don't respect anything. Nothing is off limits for them to make fun of. And we have to know, just like in politics, my Rosh Hashiva Rav Weinberg say, you can't go into the mud and not get dirty. We can't live in such a disgusting and low society and not affect us. You know that. Once we're part of this society, especially here in Hollywood and California, and it's very ultra-liberal, we have to realize that even when you want to listen to the radio, this philosophy of not taking nothing seriously and, being super ultra leftist and liberal and making fun of anything holy, right? That's, the society is letzanut. Anything that is holy, they make fun of. And we have to realize, or here the Chaya Adam says, how could anybody say, right now people are walking away, came through the summer, and people were walking around halfway naked. And it's asur to look at a woman. It says in the Shema, Lo taturu acharei levavchem, v'acharei enechem. So Hashem should help us to realize that all of these ideas is Hashem wants us to have tests. So it's okay if we fail. Hashem knows. Shlomo HaMelech says, En sadik ba'aretz asher ya'aseh tov v'lo yecheta. There's no tzaddik that does a lot of good and still doesn't sin, right? But on the other hand, if we come with this philosophy that we take Yom Kippur and these days of Teshuvah as a joke, and I have nothing to be worried about because I have a pure bank account, I only do mitzvahs, I don't do averot, that's because you're ignorant. All of these tests, especially the test of watching our eyes, right? And not looking at inappropriate things, is a tremendous test, especially in the society that ba'avonotenu harabim we live. So may Hashem help us to do teshuvah, not for our only wrong actions, but our philosophy that is messed up. If we have wrong values, we need to do teshuvah for that. If we have wrong characteristics of being selfish and hateful and jealous, we need to do teshuvah for that. And may Hashem help us to get to the madrega, ki bayom hazeh yechaber alechem letaher etchem michol chatokotechem lifnei Hashem titaharu.